And it looks like we're live. Hello, everyone. It is Monday, the 15th of October. It is 10 o'clock. You're watching the Globe Light UK Tour live update. I'm Roxanne, and I'm joined with John Smith Globe Light on the tour bus. And who is with Harry today? Who do we have with Harry? Who's on the bus today? For everyone that's just tuned in, we're live with the tour bus, the Globe Light UK tour bus with John Smith Globe Light, and he's joined this evening by two awesome activists. Harry, can you introduce those activists for us, please?
This is Richie Bartlett, who we've been out on the street already with.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Richie BFE. Some of you guys in the chat room may know him as the moderator, Richie BFE. His channel's in the description box as well. So Richie has got a YouTube channel. He does put bits and pieces on there from time to time, don't you, Rich?
Breaking my cherry there tonight.
Yeah, big time. Big time. You've gone out activating, been filmed. Now you're on a live hangout. Huh? Got the whole smorgasbord.
Yeah, done it at last.
You get a blue peanut badge now.
Yeah, nice one.
And the other activist, for those of you that don't already know, Harry, I'll hand it over to you.
This is amazing John THOR.
Oh, God bless you.
He's got an amazing YouTube channel with amazing content of videos. It's just John THOR, isn't it?
Yeah.
THOR.
Hello, everyone.
Box as well. I've popped John THOR's channel in the description box. Everybody, if you want a playlist of all playlists of red pill videos, click John THOR's channel. Yeah, you'll be there for days. Yeah, if you want to wake someone up and they're already halfway there, just give them a John THOR playlist and jobs are good. Jobs are good. Well said, guys.
He's also a bit of a greedy man, though. He's come back for another licking.
You've come back from John.
Harry actually begged me to come. I'm going to be all on my own. No one's going to be there.
I bet that was an IOU, the link of his arm, right? I'll tell you what, I owe you big time if you come back on the tour, yeah? Oh, I love it. I love it. It's definitely an encouraging sign to see an awesome activist back on the tour bus again. For me watching, that shows good stead. The fact that you're there, and I don't see you're there by force right now. You look like you're voluntarily sitting there. Johnson, please let me off. Please let me off.
I'm going to get worked hard. I know that much. Work hard. I'm going to work hard.
Yeah.
Next few days is going to be hard work. That's for sure. I'm not lying.
He was straight into
I want to say hi to everyone.
Yeah, as soon as I got here, I had to do the washing up. I'm not lying.
Harry, what are you like?
Chris, I don't know what you left me to, Chris, but I had to do the washing up, man.
I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat room. Flat Earth Pilgrim, Mark, thanks for tuning in, darling. It's awesome to see you there in the chat room. I take, is Mark coming back, Harry? Is Mark coming back? Do we have any info on Mark? Mark, are you coming back?
Mark's incredibly busy with studies. If he gets a chance, but he's
All right, Harry, if you can hear me, it's breaking up a little bit. I can't quite hear you properly. How's the connection on your end? Can everybody still hear me properly? Is everyone still able to hear me, or is it just Harry that's breaking up? Okay, so you guys can still hear me, but no one's able to hear you properly, Harry. Guys, if you just bear with me a sec, Harry's just going to pop out and come back in again. I couldn't make out what he was saying. But while Harry's coming back in, I just want to give you all guys a massive shout out. So as I was saying, Flat Earth Pilgrim, thank you so much for being here. Dave Marsh, thank you for tuning in, my darling. And, oh, sorry, I just lost the chat. One sec. Dave Marsh. Joe O'Brien, thank you so much for tuning in. Steve Fowler, thank you for tuning in. Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole, hiya, thanks for tuning in. Eco Dave Media, hello, my darling, thanks for tuning in. Jimmy FE, thanks for tuning in. Ricardo, thank you so much for tuning in. Max JK, thank you for tuning in. Dan Wheeler, thank you for tuning in. Flat Earth 101, hi, darling. David Gessner, thank you for tuning in. Graham Dunlop, hello, darling, thank you for tuning in. And AJM, thank you for tuning in. Yep, you're back. We can hear you. Awesome.
I just had to tune in and start again.
Hello.
I don't know why.
No worries, you're back. I'm just grateful that you guys are back. Yeah, I've given a shout out to the chat room. One thing I want to ask you guys is, you guys are in Hull tomorrow. Are you hopeful that some other people that know they don't live on a spinning ball are going to come out? Hull's quite a big city.
Yeah, Mike is going to come and meet us. Lorna's going to come and meet us, definitely. There's two of them, definitely. And Mike has put his Facebook status up, you know, like hoping that more will come and join as well. So there's definitely going to be 5 of us there at least.
Love that. That's music to my ears. Absolute music to my ears. I think it really helps when you've got a group of people around the banner, you know, congregated around the banner. It kind of makes more of an eyesore when you're on the high street. And I think it kind of gets more people's interest in coming across. I even noticed today when, Harry, you were talking to Chris, the bystanders that were kind of schmoozing behind. You probably noticed when you were filming, Chris, that where you were filming him, it was kind of causing a little bit more attention, you talking to him, and then everyone's kind of getting nosy and looking. And so it's music to my ears. I saw what happened in Newcastle. There was a few of you there, and it just kind of started a wave that took hold of itself, didn't it?
Yeah. And even Chris standing on his own, pretending to be an observer, was pulling people in. So but hopefully the 5 tomorrow will come back on tomorrow night and on the bus, and that'll be a first with us, 5 of us on the hangout, or more. Because we
love it. Bus gathering.
Most people don't we?
I love it. Love it. That sounds like a tour bus gathering.
Excellent.
So today you were out in Scarborough with Chris. And you did have quite a few interactions, if I'm being honest with you. I was there for the whole live, and yeah, you had quite a long interaction with that really open-minded guy at the beginning. But there was that guy and girl, that guy with the dog. There was a few people that were hearing it. They weren't willing to entertain it for any incredible length of time. But from the people I saw you interacting with, I still thought they were pretty open-minded. They were still willing to stop and ask relevant questions. How do you feel Scarborough went?
It went brilliant. It's just a shame we had to go so quickly, because we had to take Chris to the station and pick up John. So we could have done another hour, really, because it was quite busy. But I suppose it's about quality, isn't it? Not quantity. But
yes.
The interactions we did have were great. I was actually live for 5 minutes beforehand. It was live on my camera, but nobody was viewing it. I thought. So I called Robin, and he checked, and yeah, it wasn't live. I don't know why. I wouldn't explain it. So I just came out and we started again, and then Robin could see it. So. Yeah, but Scarborough is what I was trying to explain about the guy who helped us park.
Parking warden. Tell everyone about parking warden.
Just the name, parking enforcement officer. He's the complete opposite to that, you know. He wanted to give us a free disc for parking. He walked us through to another car park. He said, "You can park here, lads, really cheap here." And
nice one.
it couldn't be nicer. So I thought this must be a good omen for today. Yeah. And then we went into the high street. We just met other really nice people, and everyone was so cordial to us, apart from a couple of people shouting as they passed by. But on the whole, Scarborough, big thumbs up. It's a beautiful little place, seaside resort.
I agree.
People were lovely. I just wish we could have stayed a bit longer. But
Next time. Next time. You'll have to go into the hat next time.
When I move there, Rox, Harry can just come down to my place, can't he?
Love it. That's it. Perfect.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, we can now weekends, which is it?
Yeah.
Love it. So this evening I have got a clip, and I want to say clip because for me, this communication that you had with this guy today, it kind of just encapsulated it for me. It summed it up. The relevant questions that he was asking them in such a, you know, a humiliative manner, where he definitely had his own position of thought, but he was open to where the conversation was going, and it's incredibly hopeful when you see another human being taking the time to slow down and not just listen to the conversation they're having, actually hear what the person's saying and go back and forth in a language barrier. Again, I don't want to be too specific, you know, but it was just really refreshing to see.
And yeah, it really was. To jot down what was being said, so it was really. I'll go and check that out. So, but I think overall, what it was a great display of two people maybe having fundamental disagreements on what they believe in at the end of the day, but the respect and the cordial way it went about. I thought he was a great example of that.
Yeah. Would you be all right if I played a segment of it, if that's okay? I promise I won't go on too long.
Oh yeah, that's not too long.
I haven't seen it, so yeah.
Oh, really? I'm hoping that quite a few people, because you know it was a Monday, and I know that a lot of people have got work, and I know that we're dealing with time differences. I know there's people in the States that would really like to tune in when Harry's going live, but for some people it's just the wrong time of day. People are at work. So yeah, if you guys would bear with me, I'd really love it if I could have the opportunity to play a segment of this, because for me this was visual gold for me today. It was just it was really refreshing and inspiring. So Amateur Rox is on the scene right about now, guys. So I'm just about to screen share. Hopefully Roxanne will get this right and I will get it done. Okay, there. Okay, that one there. And we'll just stop that one right there. Hold on. Okay, so everyone just bears with me a second. It would help if I actually didn't close the tab down that had the... This is what I mean. I'm not a complete professional. I know exactly what I need to get though. So you guys just bear with me for 60 seconds. So for the viewers' purposes, Harry was out in Scarborough today, and this clip that I would like to play everybody was fairly late on in the content. And I really would love for everybody who hasn't seen this and does get some time, please go back and watch the entire piece of content, because like I said, it's a really kind of seaside resort. It is not the right time of year as far as seaside resorts are concerned. It's windy, it's chilly, it's rainy. So realistically speaking, you wouldn't expect the town to be that busy this time of year. But given said, you were out there today, and like I said, there was a good few times when there was a lot of people kind of huddled around the banner. So I've lined it up now. Yeah, go on, Harry.
It was actually Chris who first engaged with them, and Chris had a really good conversation and warmed them up, sort of thing. So
that's right.
Yeah. We both had a bit of interaction with them. So, and he was exemplary with both of us. Yeah, lovely guy.
Love that. Love that. Absolutely love it. Let's see. Okay, let me just move that there. There. I've got it right this time. He says, hopefully. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to play it from here, and if everyone just bears with me, I think it would be really cool to display this conversation.
What they're trying to portray as they are. It's just a conflict, big, massive conflict of interest. What the science they're putting forward and the book that they say they believe doesn't balance, doesn't work.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would say that, I mean, before the 1950s, scientists were really pushing hard that the universe always existed. Matter always existed. There was never a beginning.
Would help if I shared my screen, wouldn't it, guys?
Because that would mean there would be a beginner.
Correct.
There we go.
Yeah.
And then in the 50s, they had to come to terms with this idea of a Big Bang, which now the majority of scientists have to admit.
If they go against it,
there's a beginning.
Yeah.
And if there's a beginning, maybe there's a beginner. What, you know, because at the moment they're stuck with this. Before the Big Bang, there was nothing. Absolutely nothing.
They made nothing
and
out,
suddenly,
something out of nothing.
Yeah, something out of nothing. Which you think, well, is that easier to believe that there was actually, well, I would call God. I mean, I know some people would balk against that term, but an intelligence that said, here we are.
I think creator,
yeah.
whether it be us as a collective or an entity within us, around us, or beyond the veil, the other realms that must be out there.
See, I would say that a flat Earth would, to me, suggest.
It doesn't suggest creator, it tells you it must have been created.
So I would imagine that the biggest motivation for speaking against the flat Earth would be those who are against the idea that there is a creator.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Can I ask you, have you ever considered creators?
Multiple.
The possibility.
I mean, when I use the singular, I don't. Yeah, I mean, that's sort of, if you like, a different issue. It could be more than one. Yeah. Could be female, could be male, could be whatever.
I just put that in as an idea. It could be a different entity or species of creators rather than one.
Yeah,
entity.
I think we've got to be careful, because if we go to a species, then we have to say, well, how did that species? What's the origin of that species? So, in other words, I think sooner or later we have to go back to the prima causa, the first cause, and I would think that would be something exceptional. That I would say the best term to use would be God, but I know God's got a lot of baggage with this, so I don't mind if people use a different term. But I would say species are entities that have, if they've not evolved, they've been created, one or the other.
I agree 100%. But that's quite good, because it's pushing inquiry even a step further, isn't it? It's making us question and think about it. But at the end of the day, maybe you don't agree with me, but I don't think anybody really knows who created us.
No, I think to be honest, I mean, there is a passage which says we live by faith. And I think whether we're scientists, whether we're an atheist or a theist or whatever, we're all living by faith. We're not rational beings.
Sorry for interrupting. Would you say the people who live by faith think they know what created us?
Oh, well, it could be. I mean, that's the problem. I think people mistake faith for certainty.
Yes. Well,
and I would say that's true of an atheist as much as a theist. And if we could just accept there is doubt, there needs to be room for an open mind.
Oh, wow.
Well, not so open, obviously.
Music to my ear. There must be doubt and there must be a little bit of skepticism. Otherwise, we're likely to be brainwashed. Right? If you approach people in a cult and you say, do you think it could be another possibility? No. You have to have the back door open a little bit.
I agree. I think those who come across as certain, there's usually a fear. They're worried they're going to lose something in their life, lose their way or something. And I think we have to be courageous.
Yeah. And do you think if that was propelled, if it's fear we're going by, then can we really know truth if we're going to find it through fear? Do you think that's a good starting point to look for truth?
Can we know truth?
Through fear.
Through fear.
Through fear, can we find truth?
Through fear. I would say that it's more likely that fear takes us away from truth.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, absolutely. So if we're believing something through fear, then it's more likely we're not going to find truth there, sure.
Yeah.
So let's start from a more sounding position.
Sure.
Rather than acting from fear.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Well, I don't think many people would, but that's absolutely brilliant. And by all means, have a faith and have a belief, but be honest about that faith and belief. That it is just that.
Absolutely.
We cannot prove it.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Yeah. And I mean, I think the way forward is for us all to have a decent dose of skepticism.
Absolutely.
Not necessarily cynicism, but we should be a little skeptic about anything we're taught in school. I mean, I love René Descartes, who who decided that he couldn't trust anything he'd been taught. And so he was going to start with a clean slate.
Yeah.
And so he came out with that famous, was it Cogito Ergo Sum, I think, therefore I am.
Yeah.
In other words, the first thing I can be sure of, can I be sure?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is certainty.
Well, actually, I even started to question that.
Yeah.
I think if you push that, that famous quote is, I think, therefore I am. I would actually say, I think, therefore I'm not. However, that's another story. But
Wow.
I think we should always question what we're told. And like you said,
Yeah.
be skeptical of everything. You don't have to get paranoid or in a state of anxiety. It's just, okay, that sounds logical, but I can't prove it, and I'm looking for some proof. Same way as Chris and I are looking for proof that water can be formed to exterior of a ball.
Yeah.
And there's no proof of that.
Right.
The science should be demonstrable, repeatable, and measurable.
Yeah.
And they can't reproduce a working model of a ball of water.
Yeah.
You and I believed that at 5 years old when we believed in Santa Claus.
I remember when I was very young asking my mother if the earth was like an orange, a sphere, in other words, it was an orange I was using, why don't we fall off it?
Yeah.
And I didn't get a satisfactory answer then.
But how old were you, man?
Oh, I might have been about 7 or 8 or younger.
Yeah, well, me, I was about 5. Now, my critical thinking hadn't developed at that age. Now, when I asked the same question, you know, the teacher could have said cabbage, and I would have accepted that. Okay, then, cabbage, because it means nothing to me, gravity at that age. 5 years old. I can't see it, I can't verify it for myself. So therefore, what we adopt straight away is a belief system.
Yeah.
Because it's second-hand information.
Yeah.
When we're young, impressionable, naive, and gullible. And from that basis, we grow up believing that.
Sure.
And then it's reinforced, reindorsed by the BBC showing you a globe spinning every day.
Yeah.
Hollywood films, a globe, and science fiction, Star Wars, Star Trek, Goldie Go, where no man goes go. From that, we're socially conditioned to believe we live in a spinning ball.
I think it makes sense for us to have a belief system and not hold on to it tightly, but have a belief system that gives the best explanation of things around us, of reality. And I mean, for instance, evolution. I'm still waiting for somebody to give me, well, they call it abiogenesis, how to get from non-life to life. And I don't think we're going to get that leap. They thought they had. Many, many times they thought they'd made that leap, but they haven't. And the more they look into it, the more difficult it gets. The further away they get from making that leap from non-life to life. And I think that is such a massive leap. It's the biggest one. And the other thing is consciousness. Because we may be able to create artificial intelligence, i.e. a computer that can go through certain routes and make decisions, we want to use that word loosely. But do they really think they've created a conscious being? Because I don't think they have. I don't think they ever will. I think consciousness is a mystery. From non-life to life is a mystery. And I think the greatest explanation is something beyond that, which I would call God. But I don't mind if people want to use a different term. But I do think there is a creator. And so my belief system says I should have an open mind and search with humility to try and find the truth. And also recognize that we're all on the same journey. We're all on the same journey.
Well, if I could say your interaction with Chris and myself has been very humbling, and you do so in a very humbling ways. So
it's good to meet you.
You're walking your talk.
Well, I hope so. I really do. I mean, we all put masks on from time to time, but I try to. And the day I finish searching is the day I've died, or maybe not. Maybe I'll still be searching after that.
Can I ask you a quick, what is your background? What's your profession?
Well, the degree in mathematics.
Yeah.
In fact, I love to listen to a guy called John Lennox, who's a professor of mathematics, Oxford or Cambridge, I can't remember which. And if you ever see some of John Lennox's work on YouTube, very worth listening to. I'm not a fan of Richard Dawkins or one or two others, really. I shouldn't mention them. But I think we have to, well, we mentioned it, scientism. I do believe in science. Science is knowledge. I believe in things that we can repeat in the laboratory and confirm this is what usually happens. Whether it always happens, I don't know. But if it usually happens, it's a way then of making progress, because we can say we could do this and we can expect this result.
I would ask you to ask that of water around the ball, or gravity holding water to a ball. That should be.
I mean, the current idea, as far as I understand it, is that any mass has this strange force called gravity.
Yeah.
Now, on that one, in other words, it pulls other masses towards it.
Well, that's what we're told, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're told. Now, I haven't heard anything better to replace that. I mean, for instance, today I was asking, if we have a flat Earth, I still want to know why, when I let go of this pen, the Earth sucks.
And we're asking, how do we know it sucks it down? How could, yeah, we both agree that pen drops to the ground. But as an inquiring mind, like you said, search for truth. I'm inquiring about this particular pen falling down and asking for the truth. How do I know there's a force pulling that pen? How can science prove that a force called gravity pulled that pen to the ground?
Well, something's pulled it to the ground.
Is it? I would question that, though. Is it,
all right. Well, tell me more, because I don't understand. Because what I mean is, it's here, and then it's gone to the ground. So something's taken it to the ground.
Okay. Is it dropping or is it being pulled?
Sorry, is it dropping or?
Is it just dropping or is it being pulled?
All I know is, I mean, I'm not sure if I understand those words. All I know is it was there, and then still, and then it started moving, and it ended up on the ground.
Okay. If I just drop it, it means nothing is pulling it. But if I say it's being pulled, it means there's a force or something pulling it down. Buoyancy and density.
No, well, something must have caused it. There's a cause which changed it from being still to moving.
You're doing that yourself. Your energy is holding that pen. You take your energy away from the pen. It can't stay still because this molecule of the pen is heavier than the molecule of the air, so it's going to drop.
What do you mean by heavier?
Yeah, well, that's a lot of mathematicians ask. And if the molecules of that weighs more than the atmosphere itself, like a helium balloon, is lighter,
sure, so
it's going to rise.
Sure.
And if anything's lighter or heavier, buoyancy and density. I use an analogy. If I'm swimming,
so heavy things go down.
Well,
and light things go up. I mean, helium.
Depending on the atmosphere. But
why is what I'm asking? Why do they do that?
Well, for me, it's a very simplistic weight issue.
Why would heavy things go down?
And not sideways or not up?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's the lowest point that anything can lay at rest. If I take something up in the air, I'm actually taking it up. You lifted up pen.
So when you say lowest point, you say
like water.
That's the bit towards everything gets sucked.
No, not sucked. Let's take water, for example. Water drops to its lowest point and then lies level.
Well, who's decided which way is low and which way is high?
Okay, that's just a terminology. But let's say
but there's still, I'm not getting why heavy things go down.
Well,
you see, for me, the scientists, when they use the word gravity, they're just saying the same as you. They're saying there is some reason why, when we let go, it goes down, not up.
Right. Okay. If gravity is pulling that down, why is it not pulling light things down, like feathers, helium balloons? Is gravity selective? It can hold vast ocean tankers to the bottom of an ocean, but it can't hold a feather down.
Yeah, I don't know that I can see any difference between where you're coming from and where they're coming from. I mean, what they're saying is that the more molecules, the more mass in here, then the more pull it has towards the Earth.
Okay, then that's with the pen. But then if we take water to a ball, you can say that the gravity is the force that's holding that water around the ball.
Yeah.
But we can't evidence that. Like, science cannot replicate that. That's theoretical. It's never been accepted as a fact.
Yeah, yes.
And nowhere in nature do we observe water forming to see of any shapes. It never happens.
No, because it has to be on a gigantic scale. So then we get to the size of planets. And that's where we say, well, is the photography true, or is it, or are they lying to us?
So are you saying it's because of mass that we can't measure gravity here or now?
I'm saying the reason it's difficult to measure gravity is because it is such a weak force. This is what the scientists tell me, that it is such a weak force that we need a tremendous amount of mass to be able to contain water, see that it sort of sucks water towards it.
So we can't replicate that on Earth.
We can't replicate it in a laboratory because we need a laboratory the size of the planet Earth.
Have you heard of the Cavendish experiment?
No, I'll write it down.
Okay. Henry Cavendish in the 18th century discovered the gravitational constant.
Right.
He went into his barn and he set up two lead balls.
Oh, yes. Yes.
One bigger mass and a smaller mass.
Yes.
And he put pointers on them to see if anyone would move.
Yes.
So he claimed, eyewitness testimony, just him himself, claimed that one of the smaller balls moved slightly due to the attraction of the bigger mass. That's here and now.
Sure.
He's measuring the gravitational pull.
Yeah.
Now, that experiment has not been repeated anywhere.
No.
People say it has. That's, well, could you reference me where that's been repeated?
Yeah, no.
I've written to universities.
Yeah.
Where can I see this experiment? And I will get a reply. Now, that's one man's testimony.
Now, is it still being taught as a valid experiment? Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
Yeah.
The gravitational constant observed by Henry Cavendish.
Because, I mean, there was a chap, wasn't there, that saw canals on Mars, and then they had to backtrack. It was just a bad visual.
Well, you see, I think that's a distraction. I think you can see anything. If you mix information up, people start arguing about something on Mars.
Sure.
But Mars might not even be a planet in the first place.
No.
You know. But I'm just putting to you that science does claim it can measure the gravity on Earth, and then on the other hand, they say, oh, it's a bigger mass, we can't replicate an Earth big enough. So there's a contradictory argument there.
I don't know. I mean, I think we can measure the size of the force. I mean, we talked about acceleration due to gravity, and that prediction is useful. It means that we can have technology which makes progress for mankind, humankind.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking science at all. I'm just saying we've been lied about the heliocentric model and people going to space. I don't believe any of it.
Yeah.
And why should that be so hard to believe? So hard to prove rather than believe.
I think the problem is that we've got so many people who have spent a lifetime and they've got so many qualifications who say one thing, and at the moment a very small minority say the opposite. And so the weight of proof will understandably be on yourselves, and that's a difficult hurdle to get over.
Well, it can be proven, like things like seeing distant objects which you shouldn't be able to see on board.
I mean, I assume the scientists would say that that's the atmospheric distortion. You know, like a lens can distort.
Yeah, but like when you're a 5-year-old, you weren't allowed to trust your senses in natural observation. They were telling you to believe in gravity in a ball, don't trust your senses. Now, as an adult, I trust what I see. I don't trust what somebody tells me I'm not seeing. You know, I can verify it for myself. I can go visit that thing that I see. I see that lighthouse 20 miles away, 60 foot high, should be 60 feet below the horizon or something. Okay, am I not seeing that? Okay, let's get in the boat and see if it's there. Oh, see it, I've seen that. Can't see it. So I can verify I can see these things. But, you know, they got across Lake Michigan, you can see Chicago 60 miles away. And television.
I haven't done the maths to work out whether 60 miles would give you a degree of curvature so that it shouldn't be seen.
A great degree of curvature. I mean, that horizon should be 3 miles below, right? I don't understand why people don't take notice of that and go and research that. They can verify it for themselves. They've seen things they should be able to see.
60 miles should take us 3 miles below the horizon.
No. That was 273 miles.
Should take us 3 miles.
The 3 miles should be below. The horizon should be 3 miles below the.
I'll have to go home and do a little bit of maths. Because that seems to represent a pretty small globe.
Well, it's only 24,900 miles circumference.
Yeah.
As my friend Trinity THOR said, that you can get in a Formula 1 car and drive around in 4 days. It's not that big. We should see evidence of curvature from an airplane. And nobody's seen the curvature, and it can't be measured.
Yeah. Now, can I ask you then about? I think we've agreed that to a large extent we live by faith. All of us, and the faith includes doubt. It has to, otherwise it's not faith.
Well, I don't feel I live by faith.
Oh, right.
I don't have any faith.
So, do you have certainty?
No.
Well, in which case, I would call the uncertainty, a matter of faith, really. You know what I mean? I'm using faith in a very broad sense.
Yeah, maybe, we all have different understandings of words and meanings.
Yeah.
I think we have to establish that from basis to make sure we're not off.
But for you, then, if we've got, if the Earth is a flat disk and it's special,
yes,
unique.
Unique, absolutely.
So, how did it originate?
Well, I think it's really important that we're honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
I have to say, I don't know. I don't know how it originated.
And do you dismiss the idea then of a God, a creator?
Probably it's a word we're playing about. I believe it's created and designed.
Yeah.
I never bought evolution or creation when I was younger. But as I got older and see flat Earth, for me, it's obviously designed. But by who, I've stopped there because beyond that, I don't know.
Does that not intrigue you, though? Because I think that's the biggest question. You know, whether the Earth is a globe or whether it's
I've always said this is the second biggest question. Sure. The first one is, where did we come from?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I have no information or proof beyond theorizing where we came from. Yes, it does intrigue me, but I don't have a leap of faith to believe other people are telling me.
No.
Because all my life I know I've been lied to, so I'm not going to jump into another lie without any evidence, without proof. And what flat Earth has taught me, my first question when somebody claims something, well, what's the proof of that? Yeah. I need proof before I can believe in something.
But I don't know if we've got proof in the sense of certainty.
No, I didn't say that. I just think I need some substantial evidence for me to accept that it may be a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, for me, for instance, the fact that I am a conscious being. I mean, you weren't keen on Descartes.
So what time is it?
Sorry.
Got about 5 minutes.
I might take it to, sorry. You know, you didn't seem keen on Descartes. I mean, for me, what Descartes was saying was, because I know I'm conscious, therefore, the first thing I understand for a fact, like, is that I exist. Because I am a conscious being, I must exist, even if this is a dream. So this could be virtual reality that we're in. But the fact that I am in virtual reality means I exist. That's what he was saying. That's how I interpret it.
Yeah, well, I didn't even question what is the I that people talk about. But I think that's another day for discussion.
Okay.
But it's a self-evident truth that there's two entities here. Whether the I, the ego, the self is here or not.
Oh, yeah.
There are two entities here. That's a self-evident truth.
Yeah.
Oh, because there's so much provable evidence showing that we do not live in a ball.
And if I talk to a scientist, they would say there's provable evidence that it's a ball.
But it's not, because I've spoken to astrophysicists, scientists, lecturers. Nobody yet provided me with any proof.
But they would say that they have proof.
Yeah, but when I question it, what they have is
and you say you have proof.
Yes,
of the opposite.
Yes.
So where does that leave me as a third party? When the scientists say they have proof, you say you have proof.
Well, I would say don't believe either. Go and do your own research
and that means
your own
that
experiments.
We've got to be sceptical of what you call proof.
Quite right. I think you should be skeptical of anybody telling you anything, especially with second-hand knowledge. Yeah. Now you've taken down a few notes there, which is really impressive.
Very impressive.
But if you go off and you assess it yourself and you come to your own conclusion, not believing me or believing a scientist or believing the Bible, it's about looking for actual substantial proof of what you're looking for, rather than theories and suppositions.
Absolutely.
And that's all I'll say on it.
That's great.
I totally respect how you've been. Thank you very much for talking with us.
Well, dare I say, good luck or God bless you. I don't know. There's a lot of people watching all around, all over the world. I'm very impressed by you. Thank you very much.
You're joking?
We have 130 people watching you now.
Yeah.
Live. And
there'll be more watching it later. There's the YouTube channel. If you want to see yourself.
Thank you very much.
And you know what? We've just had some information in the chat room to say that the guy commented on the content, guys. Do you know that, Harry? I've just had word in the chat room that the guy that you were speaking to, he's commented on that piece of content.
Could you read it out?
All I know in the chat room is that someone's put in the chat room that guy that you were speaking to has commented on that piece of content. So that was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a good interaction. I really loved it. I just found his answers, so inspiring in the sense where, we need to find more of him. We need to find more people out there that have that point of view and encourage them to go off and have conversations with more people. He just, you know, and the fact that he was into maths and everything like that, but he was still so open-minded. I loved it.
Yeah, he was so open-minded. I think that's the best thing I could say about him. It's a pleasure to speak to people who are that open-minded and sweet. It goes far easier, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Flows better.
Yeah. I'm unable to see the chat room just now, but for everyone that's tuned in, thank you so much for tuning in. While that clip was on, I was able to interact with the chat room and say hi to a few people. So I want to say thank you to Globebusters for tuning in for the, it's not AK54, 54 AKM or something like that. But thank you for tuning in, and thank you to everybody that's tuned in and is interacting with what we're doing. I put all of the links in the description for everyone that's sitting in front of me's channel, for Harry's channel, for Richie's channel, for John Thor's channel. If you hit the notification bells on those channels, you may get an update tomorrow when they're out in Hull. Could you give everyone an update when you're on your way into Hull to kind of let everybody home into you?
Yeah.
I'll get one of these two chaps could do that while I'm driving.
Lovely, because that's incredibly helpful for those that are within the vicinity. You know, it gives them the best part of an hour to get themselves down there. And really, you're kind of going for the busiest part, aren't you? The kind of busiest shopping, high volume of people walking around.
Yeah, we'll take a bit of local knowledge with us too.
Yeah.
Right.
On Queen's Gardens, we've got BBC buildings there, you know, like right in front of the studio, you know, like, so that could be a perfect place. Yeah. About 100 yards away, there's another really good spot as well, so we're still really close to the BBC as well.
That's good.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Can I give, I've got my chat room in front of me now. Can I give and if anyone has any questions for the guys that are on the camper van just now, please pop those questions in the chat box. If you've got any questions about what the guys are going to be looking to do in Hull tomorrow, any help that can be offered, please pop those suggestions in the chat box as well. If anyone's got any extra power packs and they're within the vicinity of the boys and you just want to rock up with fully charged power packs, that's good as well, because I know everyone's charge goes down quite quickly. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat room. I want to say hi to Joey Sylvie, Effie Offensive. Hi, my darling. I want to say hi to Sleeping Warrior. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lifting the Lids in the chat room, guys. Robin's in there. GMCDXX, thank you for tuning in. Pete Steins, thank you for tuning in. Dan Wheeler, thank you for tuning in. And thank you for your offer of assistance in Bristol. Dan's been incredibly generous and he's offered to assist us in various different ways. I'd have to scroll all the way up to quote you, but thank you so much, Dan. Francis Hill, thank you for tuning in. Astro King, thank you for tuning in. As I said, Globebusters, thank you for tuning in. Mark Sargent, thank you for tuning in. Flat Earth Trav, I'm going to get it right. Not Trev, Trav. Okay? Flat Earth Trav. I got it right. Love it. Thanks so much for tuning in, my darling. And I don't want to miss anyone out. Lazy Diamond 369, remember Tesla. Scrolling. Did I say Steve Fowler? Did I? I'm so guilty of like scrolling past and not seeing people, and then people think I've ignored them, and I don't want to do that. Francis, thank you for tuning in. I'm still going. Okay. Skydome 62 Sadek, thank you for tuning in. The Brain, thank you for tuning in. And for now, I'll leave it there because I'm scrolling, and every time I'm scrolling, the chat keeps on going and going back down to the bottom again. So it's like I'm having a battle to try and go up the chat room. So for anyone that I've missed out, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. And for anyone that has any questions, like I said, pop them in the see, like I said, I can't win. Anyway, my apologies for missing anybody out. I cannot battle my chat room. Plain Sailing, thank you so much for tuning in as well. Yeah, Any questions you have, fire them in the chat box and pop them in the comments section after. We'll be happy to oblige if you've got any questions about the tour. I've also listed in that description box the remaining dates and locations, but I've also put the addition into the days of the week there. So just at a quick glance, you can see exactly what that date is, whether it's a Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday. So there's the remainder of the tours there in the description box as well. The amazing Jason of the Disbury family has put together a website for the Global Eye Tour. Within one click, you've got a whole collection of information, a bit of a one-stop shop for everything that's to do with the tour. Everyone that's been involved in the tour, you can actually get to everybody's channels throughout that website as well. If you want to know anyone's channels that you've seen on the camper, like you're looking at now, John THOR, if you go to the Global Eye website and go to, I think it's team members, click that and you'll see John THOR's image. If you click the link, it'll take you straight to his YouTube channel from there. And the same for Lifting the Lid, and the same for Harry, the same for the rest of the guys that have been on the tour as well. FE Starts also in the description box. All of the links for how you can donate are in the description box as well. That's how you can donate online. If you want to donate in person, the guys are going to be out in Hull tomorrow. They're going to give us an update when they're approaching Hull to kind of give us a bit of locale for where they're going to be. Come one, come all. If you know you're not on a ball, you know, come and give your 2 cents worth, get your 50 pence put in, and other people good. You know, I mean that. If you know, you know, people are going to go left and right from that foundation of conversation. I'm not trying for any of these words to rhyme, by the way. Yeah, if we can all have a conversation based on the fact that we're not on a spinning ball, then I'm happy for the conversation to go wherever it is. Some people have got models, some people don't. Some people think it's this, some people think it's that. But the premise of the whole conversation is the fact that we're not on a ball. So I stress to you all, I'm not trying for this to rhyme. I stress to you all, I know you're not on a ball. Oh, there we go. Come one, come all. You guys are going to think I primed that, and I really didn't. I'm trying to think of other words to put in there, but it's true. But no, I mean, and that's not just valid for Hull. That's valid for every location and date that's on the tour. We want you to come out to the tour. We want you to have your say. We want to interact with people. This is not by any means just us on the road, and we don't want anyone else to be involved. So if you do know you're not on a ball, by all means, get involved in any which way you can. If you want to donate, there's PayPal, there's GoFundMe, there's Patreon. You can email, you can offer help in various different ways. Just by making people aware it's happening, you can click like and make people aware of this piece of content. Click like on the lives for the tour, make people aware of that content. Is there anything you guys want to say?
No, it's looking forward to tomorrow. I think the weather is going to be a bit better. Did you look at the weather, Roxanne? Yeah.
My internet's just lagging, so I'm probably not the best. Does anyone in the chat room have the weather for Hull tomorrow, please? If you could give us a synopsis of the weather tomorrow in Hull, that'd be massively appreciated. Do you have a guesstimate of a time scale of you guys tomorrow? Could you give us a
ready here anyway. So they're only 5 minutes into time from where we are, so hopefully before midday tomorrow. Yeah.
Lovely, jubbly. And to anybody that's not available to watch it live, you can always watch it on a replay. And later on in the evening, if you want Globe Eye of the day instead of Match of the day, tune in here and we'll give you the best clips of our opinion. But they all the clips are the best clips. I literally, if I had the chance, I would have played you all of the clips from today because I thought they were all great. So yeah, well, go on.
Could I just say, yeah, we all said goodbye to Chris, and we've had a lovely week with Chris on the bus. It's been tremendous.
Yeah. I'm so glad you said that, Harry. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say it's been a whole week and a bit, hasn't it? A week and a bit more than a week with Chris on the tour.
Yeah, and poor Chris down to sleep in bed right now. He said, "I'd love to come on and hang out, but I've just got to go to bed." So he's lying in his own bed tonight, and I'm a bit jealous.
Harry works, people. Trust me, he works, people.
I've got to admit, Rox, I'm gutted that I'm not meeting him. I was really hoping to be meeting him as well today, and when I found out, it was, oh no.
He's a lovely guy, but I don't think he was used to that intensity. So you know, and he did it for a week, and he never moaned once, and he was up for it, and
positive accomplishment, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, massive respect to you, Chris. You did a monumental task, keeping up with the pace of that. So round of applause for Chris, please, everybody.
He'll enjoy that when he gets up.
Indeed he will. So you guys are going to be on at some point lunchtime tomorrow. I would strongly suggest, if you haven't done so already, to click the bell for Harry's channel so you're notified. I know YouTube plays havoc with everyone's notifications, but best just to click the bell anyway. You guys are going to be in Hull tomorrow. I'm really anticipating another kind of Newcastle vibe in Hull. I'm hopeful anyway, of another Newcastle vibe. So I really can't wait. I'm like rolling the hours away. I'm like, come on, can we just not get out there already and go? I'm sure you guys are the same. You're on the campus, so I'm sure you guys are raring to go tomorrow. I'm sure you're like, let me at him. All right, once again. Sorry, there was a delay. I didn't mean that. Go for it. There was a delay. Go for it. Say that again.
I'll talk. When I walked off the train station into the car park, I was phoning Harry looking for the, and then I just saw a massive, big billboard, Research Flat Earth. It's so imposing. It's like dominates any scenery where it is. You can't help but notice it. It's like, wow. So,
in the best possible way, right? Like
train station, anywhere you go, we've been red pilling people just outside, just before the show. It's like, well, the hangout. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, while we was waiting to come live, Rox, you know, like there was this knock at the door. Some weird kid that didn't know us was knocking on the door saying, "No, you're a conspiracy theorist. Are you into this? Are you into that?" Half an hour, I was still trying to get rid of him. He wouldn't shut up. He wanted to know what we were up to. He's coming into town to meet us tomorrow as well.
Yeah. You lot are doing that. No, it's like living
loads of people knock on the door all the time.
Wow. It's like living in a red pill, isn't it? Literally, you're living in a red pill where you could just literally hear, hello?
Yeah.
You know the moon.
Leaflets, cards, a few facts, and send them on the way.
And if they're not knocking at the door, they're taking photographs.
Yeah.
So, right, me daughter, she's going to get a shock in a minute as well. She's coming down to the house. She doesn't know how these two are here. So she's going to get flat smacked, isn't she, big time? And as you know, so everything else apart from flat earth, didn't she? So.
All right, well, I genuinely wish you all the best for that. Literally all the best. Talk about cranking it up to gas mark 9. Yeah, a couple of mates there. They're just in their camper. Turn around the corner.
Yeah, I've just messaged you. Say, look for the flat earth fan outside if I'm not in the house.
She's probably reading that, going, "Oh, Dad, you're such an over exaggerator. What's he going on about now?"
Yeah,
just come round and see.
You can't miss it, can you?
So when we do tomorrow, are we going to try and go a little bit earlier tomorrow, guys, for the update?
Yeah.
So how
just
7, half 7 sounds?
Just because we're hoping to have other people with us, but they have to get a bus to go home.
Yes.
After that, we'll try and make it a bit earlier.
Yeah.
Probably early activism as well.
Yeah.
Probably, you know,
11 o'clock as well.
Cool. So how about half 7? How does that sound to you guys?
Yeah, spot on.
Yeah.
What time is that?
Half 7?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Lovely. Yeah. Lovely. So to all of you guys watching, I'll be back tomorrow evening about 7:30 with the update from Hull. And as I keep stressing to you, all three of those guys that are in that camper van have got YouTube channels: Harry, John THOR, and Richie. And I'm take it they all have some kind of mobile devices on them. So I would click the bell on everyone's channel if I was you. If you haven't already clicked the bells on John THOR's channel, just go and do it now. Just go and save yourself the hassle. You know, just go to the icon, click it, and hit subscribe. and hit
John's
the bell.
channel is a must to go on anyway. You've got to be on his channel to see his stuff. So.
It's like trying to make a cup of tea without the water. It's not going to happen. And I just feel like if you don't have John THOR's channel in your in the mix of things, I don't know what you're doing with your life. You need that channel up in the mix. You need that daily. It's almost like a daily dose of red pills. You're super active on YouTube, man. You're like a tyrant for content. It's like every day on my subscriptions, like John THOR's uploaded content. I'm like, yes, come on, what's it now? I love it. I love it. So yeah, all the channels are in the description. All the links are there. Within one click, you'll be on their channel. Hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified when any of them go live. If any of those do, that's brilliant, Harry. We're super excited to see what happens in Hull tomorrow. The last few days, yeah, I know you got rained off the other day, but the last few days before that were just so epic that you know, I think I'm still on a high from the amount of resounding people that were happy to question what they've been taught. I just think it's incredibly refreshing, especially for someone like yourself, Harry, someone like yourself, John THOR. You've been out on the roads now for a long time. And just before we wrap up tonight, I really wanted to ask, from the first time you ever went out and did group activism to the last time you just did some group activism, what's the biggest changes you've seen in public perception of what you're talking about?
Going first.
Yeah.
I think a greater reception to the information we're trying to relay. I think when we first started, there's more resistance and more condemnation, but now there's a lot more openness to, and what I personally feel is a lot more openness to discussing it in public, and people seem quite more willing to stop and talk. Like the gentleman you showed is a great example of that. And how to have respectful, serious conversation in the street about flat Earth. I don't think I could have said that when we first started out. So, yeah, I've seen that grow and become more regular.
So many more people already flat. It's wonderful. It's just wonderful. I love it. From the first time I went out and did activism, it was like nobody really heard about it at all. Now everybody's kind of heard about it, but a lot of people have already made the connected the dots, and they're flat. And it's wonderful. It's growing, and the vibe's growing, and it's like people are happy to see you instead of like wanting to throw rocks at you. They're wanting to throw meals at you and whatnot. You know, it's just like completely different. It's growing and growing, getting better. I love it. I'm going to do a great job tomorrow.
Would you agree with what you're seeing everywhere with every activism that you're seeing? Would you say that there's been quite a few places in the UK, even when you were just over in Ireland, what?
Ireland was amazing.
Yeah,
really amazing.
It's amazing. Okay, amazing. We got the best reception, I think, in Newcastle, but for on a whole, like the experience, I think John and I agree. Experience we had in Ireland, you can't repeat that, because we just thought everywhere we went, the Irish people were
so beautiful,
welcoming and open.
So, really, really, really nice people. You know, it's true. It's true about the Irish.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And for those of the viewers that haven't seen the camper vans stickers up close and personal, they may be new to watching this. Is the device you're on, are you able to go and show us the camper?
Yeah, from outside, you mean?
Yeah. I'm wondering, can we do like a challenge, Harry and John and Richie, to show us? We don't want to see inside people's houses. Keep the camera fair on the camper. Yeah, that's just my word of caution. Lovely.
You put the backlight on, John?
Lovely.
No, this one. Oh, sorry, the main one.
Yeah.
All good. All good.
Wash has been done. Well, it's Sort of. Sort of.
Okay, yeah.
Is that too
Might be,
dark?
yeah, it might be a bit dark. Yeah.
Too dark.
Aww.
Good.
Yeah, it's a little bit too dark, but we can kind of see the stickers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we can see them.
I've got the lights here.
Perfect. Perfect. So there you go, everybody. You can see how many stickers are on that camper van. There's a Global Eye one there. There's the Research Flat Earth one. There's the little stickers on the side for people that are walking past. It's brilliant. It is. It's like an eyesore, but in the best possible way. It's brilliant. You have been told lies. Research Flat Earth. www.festart.co.uk. There's also www.globaleye.co.uk as well, for all of your Flat Earth and Global Eye information. And there it is there on the side. www.globaleye.co.uk. Research Flat Earth. Everyone in the traffic, everyone in the car parks, everyone on the streets has seen that as they've gone up and down the country as well. Brilliant, guys. Lovely. And on the back, there's one in the window. What does the one in the window say, Harry? Research Flat Earth, John Smith Global Eye, festart.co.uk. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Cognitive dissonance. Lovely. So when someone's bumper to bumper in traffic. Love it. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. I'm loving that. I'm telling you, this is like a moving and grooving red pill machine, man. Globaleye.co.uk. You've been told lies. That's a nice feather banner, isn't it? Flapping away in the wind there. Yep. Flapping away like the NASA flag did on the faked moon landings. Flappy, flappy. Love it. And back into the cozy camper. So there you have it, guys. That's where they're at just now. You can see all of the stickers they've got on the outside, the feather banner at the back, all of the information that's on there. There's 2 different websites on there with various information for people to get their red pills on. Anything that you can do to help this tour keep moving, we'd massively appreciate anything you can do. Even a donation, the price of a coffee, whatever it is you can afford. The tour massively needs your help. If you're able to do so, all of the links are in the description box for how you can donate through PayPal, GoFundMe, and Patreon. Anything that you can do in person, please come one, come all. If you know you're not on a ball, I said it again. Did not know. I'm going to have to come up with a better something because that's not coming out how I want it to. It's got a good ring to it. It's just not the ring I want it to have. But if you do know that you're not on a spinning ball flying through space at some stupid miles an hour and you know you're on a flat plane of existence, please come down to Hull tomorrow. Show your solidarity, get involved, have conversations with people if you want. If you don't want to have conversations with people, you just want to be a part of it, by all means, come down anyway.
Good fun. Good fun.
Yeah.
Excellent. I love it.
Yeah. Please hear what they're saying, guys. Like, no one doesn't want to meet people. You, Richie, and Harry, you all want to meet people that know they're not on a ball and have, a conversation with them. And hopefully they'll go away and have conversations with other people as a result of it. So, please do. If you
I would say the quality of the day really enhanced when you meet another flat earther.
Massively.
To be honest, Roxanne, actually going and talking to people is easier than what you think. When I did my Whitby thing, I had no intentions of talking to anybody whatsoever.
Yep.
Within 10 minutes, I was talking to somebody.
You just couldn't help yourself.
No, I was just thrown in there and I had to talk to them. It's not as bad as what you think.
No, yeah, and you dive right in there.
It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
It is.
As you know yourself. Yeah.
It is. Even at Speaker's Corner, Hyde Park, we've had people's partners come down. No, not activating, not doing that. Just going to watch. Turn around. So it happens. It happens. Even the wives and girlfriends get involved, and our partners get involved. And it's amazing. You know, if I had £1 for every time someone's come to Speaker's Corner and said, no, I'm just gonna watch. By the time I've walked off and come back and I'm still filming, they're talking to 2 or 3 people at the same time. It's amazing.
I think one of the best actors I've ever seen there said that, actually. Victor, if you watch him. What a guy. I'm not going to do anything today. I'm just going to go down and watch. Woof.
Yeah, straight into it.
Yeah, I'll second that. Massive love to you, Victor. Big time. You were like a breath of fresh air that day. Just when we were looking around, going like, what is going on here? You just swooped in like a hero. And yeah, you've definitely left your print on all of us. Big time. Big time. So what I will do now is I will wrap up, and I will just repeat, you guys are going to be out in Hull tomorrow. You'll be with me on a live link about 7:30 tomorrow evening. No, about 7, half 7 tomorrow evening. Is that what we said? Yeah. And we'll recap the day, and hopefully we'll have a camper van full of flat earthers.
Yes.
That would be cool. That would be awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much for taking the time out to be with me here this evening on the camper with the power going and everything. And to everybody that's tuned in, thank you for taking the time out to be with us as we're giving you the update for the Global UK Tour live. I've been with Harry, John THOR and Richie B FE tonight. They are out in Hull tomorrow. Please come and show your support. Come one, come all. Massive love and respect to you all, and we shall see you tomorrow.
Thanks very much. Thanks, everybody.
Bye. Bye, everybody in the chat.
Love you, Mom.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.